Hello, and welcome back to Formula 1 2019 and our first career season. And today we are in Japan at the Suzuka circuit for the qualifying session. And all of these qualifying sessions are made up of one 18-minute session in which to set your fastest lap. So let's have a quick recap on the drivers and constructors standings, and we are currently third in the drivers championship with 229 points, and we are third in the constructors championship with the same.
Welcome to Japan and the impressive Suzuka track for today's qualifying session, where we should be underway shortly. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
So here we are in our pit garage. We're going to access our terminal, scoot along for our tyres, and we're going to select the medium compound tyre. I always select the hardest available. We're going to enter into Parc Fermé regulations, and we're going to take to the track and see if we can set a fast lap. Well, that lap puts us in second place, about half a second behind Bottas. That feels good enough for now. We are, after all, on the harder tyre compared to everyone else around us. So we're going to turn down the engine. We're going to cruise back to the pit garage. And I do realise there are cars starting to queue up a little bit behind me. I am going to try and let them past. If they're on a hot lap, they should just fly straight past me, but I'm starting to suspect they're not. And as you can see, this is why I don't like getting too close to other cars. So we'll let them get ahead of us, as I'm assuming they're all on out laps. I'm currently on an in lap. So we need to make it back to the pits, and I can see before we even get there that one of the Ferraris has also knocked us down another peg, so we are currently third. But again, I am not overly concerned by that, mostly because of the fact that we are on the harder tyre. My race strategy should play into that factor. Basically, I'm expecting everyone else to go out on the softs and pit before me, and I'm going to run long, fuel save and tyre save until my pit stop, at which point I will turn the engine up, be on the softer tyres, have less fuel, and I will be able to carve my way through the field and hopefully take pole position, or first place, as this will be the race. So just a few more corners to go now. We've made it through 130R, I believe it's called, or 180R. I do know the names of one or two of the corners throughout the Formula 1 calendar, but not all of them, not by a long shot. So here we are at the pit garage. So we need to make our way down pretty much the full length of the pit lane to reach our particular garage, and there are our boys getting ready for our arrival. So these guys will be wheeling us back into the pit garage any second now, and we can then access our terminal, and we'll scoot along to the timing screens, and we can then see how many more places we may drop. Obviously we won't be making any places back up, but we hopefully won't drop too many either. So here is our terminal now, so we're going to access that, scoot along to the timing screens, and we are now in 4th place behind Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas, Charles Leclerc, and we're actually dropping down the table quite a lot now. We're down to 6th, with Lewis Hamilton currently in provisional pole. But as I've already mentioned, most, if not all of these guys, in fact all of these guys, are going to be running the soft attire, and we are running the medium, so we will be able to outlast them in amount of laps. They're all going to have to pit before me, essentially. So we're entering into the last few minutes now of the qualifying session, and at this point everyone will take to the track to improve their time, and it's at this point where I'm in the most danger of dropping out of the top 10. But hopefully we do not, because I am now out of time to read on the track. So fingers crossed for the end of the session.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Hamilton, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So we finally ended up qualifying in 7th place, which does put us right in amongst it all, so we're going to have to be quite careful on the start, but it should make for a very interesting race tomorrow. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.